Let tonight's story gently soothe you as you drift into sleep. William and Clover, A Journey of Reflection. This story is about a young boy named William and his curious kitten Clover, who discover a magical pond that reflects their memories and helps them understand and cherish their life's journey. William was a young boy whose eyes sparkled with the wonder of the world. He lived in a cozy cottage at the edge of a small village, surrounded by vibrant meadows and forests filled with secrets. His constant companion was a curious kitten named Clover, whose golden fur shimmered like sunlight on daffodils. Every evening, the two would venture into the meadows, their spirits alight with the thrill of discovery. One night, as the stars twinkled and the moon cast a silver glow across the landscape, William and Clover stumbled upon a hidden glade. In the center stood a crystal clear pond, its surface so still, it mirrored the heavens above. While struck by its beauty, William approached the pond and saw his own reflection staring back at him. Beside his reflection was Clover's, her curious eyes wide and inquisitive. "What do you see, Clover?" William asked, his voice soft with wonder. Clover mewed in response, pawing at the water's edge. Her reflection rippled and danced, merging with William's in intricate ballet. The two friends sat by the pond, entranced by the serene spectacle. As they gazed deeper into their reflections, the pond seemed to reveal more than just their images. William saw memories unfold. The laughter shared with his family, the warmth of his mother's embrace, the wisdom in his father's words. He saw moments of joy, but also times of doubt and struggle. As these images played before him, William understood that each experience had shaped him, like the countless ripples that spread across the pond's surface. Clover, too, seemed to reflect on her journey. The kitten's wide eyes softened as she watched scenes of her playful antics with William, her moments of bravery when chasing butterflies, and the quiet comfort she found in his presence. Her little heart swelled with affection as she realized how much she had grown alongside her human friend. "I think this pond shows us the truth of our lives," William whispered. "It helps us see who we really are and how far we've come." Clover purred in agreement, nuzzling close to William. The night grew deeper, and the moon climbed higher, bathing the glade in an ethereal glow. The reflections grew fainter as the friends' eyelids grew heavy. With a final glance at the pond, William stood up, cradling Clover in his arms. Together, they walked back to their cottage, the lessons of the pond gently settling in their hearts. In the days that followed, William found himself more thoughtful and grateful. He cherished his family and friends even more, understanding the importance of every moment. Clover, too, seemed even more affectionate, her playful nature touched with a newfound serenity. The hidden pond remained their secret haven, a place where they could always return to reflect and find peace. And in that magical glade, William and Clover knew that as long as they had each other, they could face any challenge and cherish every joy. The end. The next story awaits, ready to ease your mind. Together. This story is about the bond between a human girl named Primrose and a snow fairy named Zinnia. Sadios to the power of friendship and unity. In the tranquil village of Bloomgrove, renowned for its lush meadows and vibrant flora, lived a kind-hearted girl named Primrose. Every evening, as the sun dipped beyond the horizon, Primrose would wander through the blooming fields, collecting wildflowers and listening to the songs of the twilight birds. One evening, as the sun began to paint the sky in hues of orange and pink, Primrose ventured deeper into the woods than she had ever gone before. The forest, mystic and serene, whispered secrets in the language of rustling leaves and swaying branches. She followed an unfamiliar path lined with ethereal luminescent flowers that seemed to glow with an inner light. Suddenly, nestled among the glowing blooms, Primrose found a delicate creature with wings that shimmered like ice crystals, a snow fairy named Zinnia. Zinnia's presence was as magical as the first snow of winter, and her tiny face wore a look of surprise. "Oh dear, someone has found me," she whispered in a voice like the tinkling of distant wind chimes. Primrose, unafraid and captivated, leaned in closer. "Hello, I'm Primrose. Who are you?" Zinnia fluttered her wings gently, causing a soft snowfall to surround them. "I am Zinnia, a snow fairy of these woods. We are rarely seen by humans, but you seem different, Primrose." Primrose's eyes widened with excitement. "I've always wondered if fairies were real. Can we be friends?" Zinnia observed the genuine warmth in Primrose's eyes and nodded slowly. "I believe we can." From that day forward, Primrose and Zinnia shared countless adventures. They would frolic in the fields during summer, with Zinnia creating sparkling frost patterns on petals, while Primrose made crowns of flowers. In fall, they marveled at the changing leaves, with Zinnia's frosty touch preserving the brilliance of the autumn colors. As winter draped its white blanket over the village, Zinnia's snowy charm transformed the landscape into a wonderland. Yet, it wasn't just the seasons that they cherished. It was the quiet moments by the hearth, sipping warm cocoa, sharing dreams and stories, and knowing that they had found a heartfelt bond unseen by many. The villagers would often see Primrose dancing through the fields with a joy that seemed almost otherworldly. They couldn't see Zinnia, but they noticed how Primrose was never alone, as if accompanied by an invisible guardian that brought her unparalleled joy and warmth. Through their bond, Primrose and Zinnia learned that despite their differences, it was their shared love for the beauty of life that kept them together. They discovered that true friendship had no bounds and was a blend of shared dreams and diverse worlds. On Busting Bull Grove, the story of a human and a snow fairy who found each other in the heart of nature, spread as a legend of unbreakable unity and the magic of being together. Let's move onward to the next story. A Star and Yarrow's Companionship. This story is about a girl named Star and a chipmunk named Yarrow, whose companionship brings warmth and joy as they navigate through adventures together in the forest. In a quaint little village nestled in the heart of a vast forest, there lived a girl named Star. Listener thought Star was as radiant as her name suggested, with hair the color of twilight and a smile that could light up the darkest of nights. She was beloved by all. Yet, despite the affections of the villagers, she often felt a tinge of loneliness. Her days were long and filled with chores, and her nights seemed endless, casting shadows of solitude. One early morning, as the sun kissed the dew-laden grass, Star decided to take a walk through the dense forest that bordered the village. She hoped the fresh air and the melodies of the birds would lift her spirits. As she wandered further from the familiar paths, she stumbled upon a clearing bathed in golden sunlight. At the center of the clearing stood an ancient oak tree, its branches spreading wide like welcoming arms. Among those branches peeked a curious little face capped with perky ears and tiny, twinkling eyes. It was a chipmunk named Yarrow. Yarrow was an amiable little creature, with fur as soft and dark as rich soil. He had an insatiable curiosity and a heart full of adventures. Filled up by Star's presence, he scampered down the tree and approached her cautiously. Star, enchanted by the little chipmunk's fearless demeanor, knelt down and extended her hand. "Hello, little one. My name is Starista," she said softly. Yarrow sniffed her fingers, and with an approving chirp, he climbed onto her hand. It was the beginning of an extraordinary friendship. Woven Yarrow became inseparable. They would explore the forest together, discovering hidden streams, vibrant flowers, and secret nooks and crannies teeming with life. Yarrow would guide Star through the undergrowth, showing her the wonders of his home. In return, Star would tell Yarrow stories of the human world, tales of love, bravery, and dreams that glittered like the night sky. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Through seasons of bloom and frost, their bond only grew stronger. Yarrow would often accompany Star back to her village, where he was a source of endless fascination and joy for the little children. He would perform delightful antics, bringing laughter and smiles to everyone around. One wintry evening, as snowflakes danced outside Stark's window, the village was plunged into darkness by a fierce storm. The winds howled, and the trees groaned under the weight of the snow. Inside her cozy cottage, Star huddled by the hearth, her thoughts with Yarrow, who had stayed behind in the forest. Just then, a gentle knock resounded through the room. Star's heart leapt with hope. She opened the door to find Yarrow, shivering and cold, but with determination blazing in his tiny eyes. "It couldn't leave you alone in this storm," the Yarrow chattered. Star scooped him up and held him close, tears of gratitude mingling with relief. "We'll weather the storm together, Gurgulful," she whispered. At night, as the storm raged on, Star and Yarrow found warmth and comfort in each other's soft company. They realized that true companionship was about being there for one another, through sunny days and stormy nights. Their friendship was a beacon of light that could outshine the darkest of times. And so, Star and Yarrow lived on, their tales of adventure and companionship inspiring all who knew them. They taught everyone that the greatest treasures in life are the friendships we hold close to our hearts and the bonds that guide us through the forest of life. Let's wander further into tonight's stories. Orpha and Zinnia, the Forest of Laughter. This story is about the enchanting bond between a girl named Orchi and the forest guardian Zinnia, who together bring laughter and joy to both the village and the mystical forest. In a quaint village, tucked between verdant hills, there lived a bright and curious girl named Orchi. She was known throughout the village for her infectious laugh that could lift even the darkest clouds. Orchi had a peculiar habit of wandering into the nearby enchanted forest, a place filled with mystery and magic. The forest was said to be watched over by a benevolent guardian named Zinnia, a figure rarely seen by the villagers. One sunny afternoon, while chasing butterflies, Orchi ventured deeper into the forest than she ever had before. As she wove between ancient oaks and whispering willows, she stumbled upon a hidden grove, bathed in golden sunlight. In its center stood an enormous tree, its branches adorned with vibrant, colorful flowers. Sitting beneath the tree was Zinnia, her presence as serene as the forest itself. Zinnia was a striking figure, with flowing green hair that resembled cascading vines, eyes as deep as forest pools, and a gentle, knowing smile. Streams of laughter seemed to ripple round her, carried on the wind, like the scent of blooming flowers. "Welcome, O King," she said softly, her voice a melodious whisper. Surprised but not frightened, Orchid approached the forest guardian. "I've heard stories about you, but I never thought I'd actually meet you," Orchid replied, her eyes wide with wonder. Zinnia chuckled, the sound like the tinkling of wind chimes. "The forest has its ways of choosing when to reveal its secrets. You, with your joyous heart, were always meant to find this place." Over the weeks that followed, Richard returned to the grove time and time again. She and Zinnia became fast friends, sharing stories and laughter. Zinnia showed Orchi how to listen to the secret language of the forest, where each rustle of leaves and chirp of a bird told a part of the great tale of nature. One day, Zinnia taught Orchid the art of laughter magic, a special kind of enchantment that harnessed the positive energy of joy and mirth. Laughter has a power unlike any other, Zinnia explained. It can heal one's men's hearts and even bring life to the dullest of days. Orchid practiced diligently, soon discovering that her laughter could make flowers bloom, coax animals out of hiding, and even charm the grumpiest of villagers. Word of Orchid's newfound abilities spread through the village, bringing smiles and laughter to everyone once more. The villagers began to trust and value the forest's magic, recognizing the profound gift they had in Orchid and Zinnia. The once mystical forest became a place of joy and refuge for all, with laughter weaving a web of connection between the people and the natural world. As the seasons changed and years passed, the bond between Orchid and Zinnia only grew stronger. Orchid's laughter continued to echo through the forest, a symbol of the enduring friendship between a curious girl and a wise guardian. And so the forest remained a sanctuary of joy, where laughter blossomed like the most beautiful of flowers, forever nurtured by the magical bond that started with a chance encounter. Tonight, and may tomorrow bring you warmth and joy.